Last time on Wanderful.
We have just set off for Thandor. Gareth, he's been very locked in since hearing about this potential war brewing.
Right.
Thandor seems relatively empty.
Oh, what up, P? How's it going?
Bon and Alandi get the clear vibe that we are at some sort of funeral.
That's exactly
shit.
as soon as you said it was a nice.
I don't actually want to say anything because I was not expecting this. I have no words
Yep.
to say.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
King Otto gives his thing, or starts to give his eulogy, though, I like to stand beside her casket and play the sitar softly.
Dahlia was the most loyal and loving person I've ever known.
And he plays that one song on sitar that's like, ooh, baby, I love your way.
Oh my god.
I want to be with you night and day. Bond hasn't addressed this in front of everybody, but as soon as he's passed the bead curtains away from everybody, he doubles over before doing anything else in extreme pain because of the wet wound in his abdomen.
You pull this coin out of the envelope.
Tyler, that's double chef's kiss. That's good. That is
Thank
lore. That hell yeah. Anyway,
You focus your mind on this coin like you've done a million times once you enter this vision, and you see just across from you, Dahlia sort of phases into the room. In exchange for my life and service, I have provided you and your kin with visions of the near future. If you act accordingly, things can change for the better. So last week, I don't remember the exact where we left off, but we left off with Bon. You went into Dahlia's room to try to convene with her spiritually, even if you meant that in your own head, not through your like spiritual magic. You received the message from Dahlia, and you discussed that and whatnot with your brothers and friends, and I believe you all headed to. Didn't you all head to the Flavor Town? To
Yes.
there is something that I'm going to retcon that we retconned in the episode. I know that's a lot of there's a lot of retcons. Bond doesn't give a fuck about the secrecy the two brothers have. So the slip up when I absolutely told King Otto about the army headed this way, I'd like that to just be canon, that he absolutely spilled the beans. It was just like, hey, don't worry about it.
I don't remember having a problem with that.
It wouldn't matter. One of y'all did whenever I was saying it in the last episode, but I was listening to our previous episode thing, like not listening to the secret stuff I'm not supposed to hear, but like literally listening to the thing. We told him on the phone. We told at least either, if not him, Pharrell. So I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't any confusion with that.
Y'all called on the phone and like some receptionist answered, and the only reason you couldn't get a hold of King Otto was because of
what's
all of this
on.
was going on with
So maybe he hadn't gotten
so I
the
guess y'all
message,
did
but
kind of
either way.
mention that.
And
I just don't want it to be like
a.
a thing of like I accidentally made people panic in a time of grief. Like already
I
probably.
think that's what I think it was me who was like, hey, maybe not right now, but not because for secret, but because we were at a funeral and it didn't seem like the appropriate venue.
But I was also playing into the
Also,
fact
war
that
is coming.
canonically Bond was incredibly high, so he was just kind of doing that thing where you just talk.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
So you all went back to Flavor Town to help Dahlia prepare as guests start rolling into the after party reception, whatever you want to call it. Feels a little silly calling it after party for a funeral, but I like to think that that's just they just like to celebrate, like we were talking about. So you all enjoy this party. Is there anyone y'all are wanting to talk to? Anything y'all are wanting to do? Reminder: you are going to be meeting in the barracks in a little bit to discuss the war visions and what's going on and all those sorts of things, presumably with King Otto and the Knights Guard. I don't know if you know exactly who will be there, but for now, is there anything you would like to?
I will say Alandi is very much so like this is a situation where an important person to people who are important to him died, but like he doesn't have a strong connection to Dahlia directly, so he's more like kind of just doing whatever is like. So like if Sadie needs help with some stuff, then like he'll slide there. Like he is a very showy
doing
person.
the classic Alandi mothering stuff.
Yeah, like he is usually like normally he would be showy, but he is very intentionally trying to not be showy because like this is very much so not his bag, but he wants to support the people around him.
Yeah.
So
Alandi with a medic first rogue. I love it.
I think if we're talking about just like for the flavor of celebration type stuff, if we got there before the rest of the party arrived, Bomb would have spent time doing plant growth, growing vines along the ceiling of those black roses.
Cool.
Carveth would have helped out with that. Just kind of like he can't do magic stuff.
I think it's like a sit and meditate kind of thing. Like I think he's in a corner of the room, and I wouldn't mind if you want to RP something actually.
Yeah.
I'm kind of focusing in on that, on this thing, and you just see the like magic sort of like flickering off him, and he opens like one eye for a second and looks at you and just kind of gives you a nod for a minute. He's like,
do you mind if I sit here with you?
No, not at all. Hey, listen, I wanted to apologize for being a bit of a shit about something that was honestly probably really troubling for you to see or understand with the vision thing. I shouldn't try to force information out of you just because I'm wanting to get to the bottom of things, but I feel like you're able to understand me a bit more when I'm being genuine, even if I might joke through a lot of it. I think it's time for us to sort of straighten up.
I mean,
like focus in.
I think that's kind of funny, not to make a joke out of it.
But I feel like that's why
I feel like we've been saying that for so long.
Yes, but we haven't really heard ourselves.
But now it feels like
this is it.
Like this is it. Like
I don't think we're getting a second shot at any of what's going on from this moment forward.
I agree, and Bon, I just want to tell you that I know you feel bad about what you said. I don't feel any resentment towards you for anything you said. There
was already strife between me and Alandi, and I'm still unpacking a sort of what?
Nothing.
He sneezed. Somewhere Alandi
sneezes. and I'm
Very
still
good.
unpacking sort of, honestly, Duradera. I think in trying to be serious, a bit of
that shit was fucked up, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I think
I
in my
assassinated the
seriousness,
guy.
I think some of the more sinister stuff I tried to keep under the surface of just like being tired and being frustrated in sort of what brought about Blood Moon. I think like I don't think I'm good, but I don't think anyone's good. Cause that's like a whole, like I had a different personality, you know, as much as like it was helping me to kind of like get some of the stuff out and sort of like an excuse for me to put the blame on a different figure as he does the work I was too scared to do. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to let my emotions make me become someone I'm not.
And I think that's really just we're just trying to figure all this shit out. Like if you think about this, like we're all experiencing this together. Like,
absolutely, and I don't mean to
my
say
first time was in space was also with you and Alandi, and like, how does one process getting kidnapped and get shot into space, and then you're told that like, oh, you can't leave, and like nobody's giving you answers. Like, there's no real way to process that. Like, if you just went up to some random guy and was like, hey, you're in space now and you can't leave, like, that person would go insane. Like I don't think that
is that what happened to Alandi?
Yeah, I think sorry, I was listening to that. I was trying to fucking
Yes,
but
yes, that is yes.
And I know I for sure get that, like, we are all, but it really set in after Pyle. Like, we don't have time to unpack any of that right now because there's so much more going on. And I can't help but feeling like, even in the smallest, like, oops kind of way, none of this would have started if it wasn't for something we did, probably.
I don't think we can look at it like that, though. Like,
but I understand, and I know there's probably things that were moving before we even decided,
like,
hey, let's go on an adventure.
It wasn't our fault that we were born. Like, that's not... We can't blame ourselves for that. Like, that's not on us. Like I am grateful for the life that I've had. Like,
I guess, yeah. I don't know. Let's have a different chat at a different time. I don't think I'm quite getting across what I am trying to say.
As you guys are talking, Alandi is going to walk up drunk, because he's been kind of just drinking and helping Sadie, and he drank too much.
Oh, what's up, Alandi?
Oh boy,
I love you guys.
Getting drunk right before the war meeting. Love that.
Nope. I love you guys.
Scream.
Nope, too late.
I'm screaming into my alchemy jug. Pedialyte.
I love you so much. I love you so much.
I've got like
Alandi.
a confession to make.
I got a confession to make.
A while back, like this was like a bit ago.
Like,
I turned into a potted plant. And I just don't think I ever processed that, because I was like dirt, like part of my body was dirt in a clay container.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I was a potted plant for a minute.
Tune in to Wanderful, episode 7, Tales from Thandor, to hear Alandi turned into a potted plant.
Oh god,
my body was like
that was
dirt,
at least third,
and it felt weird, and I didn't like it, and I've been trying to block it out since then, and I think there's been some negative consequences from that. But I love you guys, and I don't like space.
I love you too, but if you think about, have you thought about the benefits of being a potted plant?
Dude, there was no benefits. Could you imagine being stuck? I could see with no eyes, and I couldn't move.
That sounds amazing.
That's insane.
I assure you it was hell.
That sounds like enlightenment. Are you saying that you don't like being enlightened? Like, you can't,
I guess
like...
I have no mouth, yet I must scream.
If that is what enlightenment is, then I would like to be enlightened.
You know what? Alandi, I have a real good question for you. Now that
I have
you're
a
drunk,
bad answer.
Now that you're drunk and you can't really, like, lie that much,
I never lie. I do.
You've lied so much. It's okay.
We still love you. It's most of the things I say.
Alandi,
I'm very alone.
I want you to be very honest with me.
Okay.
Do you really hate reading, or do you secretly like reading? Because you have that whole secret, like thieves language thing that you do. Like, I feel like that's very niche, you know? Like,
so the honest truth is, I didn't go to proper school, so big words I have to verbally pronounce like one syllable at a time, and it's so embarrassing that I'd rather just not read. And like Thieves' Cant is fine because it's just kind of like a symbol that just means something, so like you don't have to sound it out.
That's all words are.
Hang on, time out. You didn't go to any school?
What?
To be fair, I don't know if there's elementary schools in fantasy world.
Yeah, because like our school wasn't just like. No, I understand. I was taught how to heal and worship, the winds. They weren't like, hey, and also here's some phonics and math. You ever notice how I don't handle the money?
Wait.
This could be a breakthrough for Jeremy. Maybe Alandi, rather. Maybe Alandi like just thinks y'all are really smart because you went to school. Like I've never really processed the fact that Alandi might just be wrong
Alandi,
in thinking about.
You do realize that
I wasn't thinking it's like an eloquent thing. Also, Bond ditched school a lot to go to the bars and shit. And go play music instead of
Why? I was taking care of the home so you could go to school and then you skip school.
But you were also secretly investigating things with that policeman, and I wanted to do my own sort of
I don't see
on
how
the
these
ground
lies are relevant.
I wanted to do my own on. You know what? You guys are really messing up my concentration on these roses. I think we're good. I think that's enough roses. Listen,
there's like 1,000
you
roses.
you were learning from the good cop while I was out in the green streets playing my sitar and being the bad cop, talking to ladies and gentlemen of the evening, scoundrels and ne'er-do-wells getting thrown out of bars and going into bars.
I think I was a bad influence for those children in space.
What? What
about the children underground?
I think that was probably.
I nailed that.
You know what,
guys are going to do better.
And I'm going to be so serious and sincere when I say this. I think what you did on Duradera for those 3 boys is probably the greatest thing you've done with your life. Honestly, you gave them purpose.
If you think about it, I'm the only one that gave Scrawn actively giving him weapons. Like I gave him that. Like I gave
against everyone's
wishes.
Like I think maybe I fucked up them a little bit.
I don't know why you were doing it.
Smart.
He's really good, dude. I didn't bring this up with you guys because everybody was mad at me. Yeah, because you were a piece of shit.
I wasn't mad at you for teaching children how to do mechanical work.
I get this Scrawn was like just not like necessarily all there, but that dude he's got a real gift. You should look at some of his metal sculptures. They look like really good.
They're so good.
Those boys learned about robotics from you.
I'm really proud of him. And I hope he does well. I hope I get to see him soon. When's Duradera get here? Where's Bees?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go vomit in the bushes, but I love you guys.
Okay, I'll come help you, buddy. Here,
and you vomit all over Bond's bushes that he just grew.
No, God, no.
You know what? No, I'm gonna roll 50-50. Oh yeah, you roll. You throw up in his bushes.
Oh God, Alandi, I can't believe you did that.
No,
it's okay.
I'll clean it.
You do feel a little better though.
I'll pat him on the back. Here's some water.
Thank you.
Way to ruin
it's beer.
Way to ruin a moment.
Good. Thank you. It's clean water.
Wait.
That's another way to keep it going.
Right on the, it's
little
fine.
hair of the dog
fine.
that bit you.
I'm just gonna use my. I guess I have a sickle.
Why do I keep hurting you? I'm sorry.
Listen, this is a breakthrough. This is breakthrough territory for Alandi. We're gonna cut away from it, but just know that this was a good wake up call for Alandi. Alandi tomorrow is gonna be like, God damn! First the caffeine pills, now drinking. What have I come to? We're going to wake up next month and Alandi's read all of War and Peace.
He's read a book. We cut
so
away.
The three of you enjoy the party. Everyone has a good time. The sort of somber... Well, Alandi's feeling a little better after throwing up. I think everyone is... I think the somber mood is mostly gone. I think everyone here is... drinking, playing games, having fun, yelling, screaming. I think that there's probably I think Flavortown, let's do this together. They've got some version of like a mechanical bull or something like that. What do they got in Flavortown?
Oh my God, it's in a mechanical duck.
No, a mechanical goose.
Oh, mechanical goose, that's what I meant. Yes, mechanical goose.
It could be like a spoon egg thing.
Yes.
A spoon egg tie-in.
They have a little mini version of spoon egg.
Yeah.
They also have a mechanical.
Oh, it's like foosball, but it's spoon egg.
Yes.
Spoosball. That sounds gross. So everyone is having a good old time, and I think all of you really kind of cherish this. What might be one of your last chances of respite for the foreseeable weeks, months. You don't really know what exactly is in store for you when it comes to the impending war visions, when it comes to a number of things, the tide. So as the party is still going and raging strong, I think Gareth finds the three of you and lets you all know that it's about time to head back over to the palace to prepare for this war meeting. Alandi, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably like a good 2 hours later. So yeah. I think you are like, we wouldn't let you drive. Okay. But like you're a little more functional. Yeah. Okay. If you do make like any big moves or something, then there might be, it'll be the kind of thing that I'll know it when I see it.
Alandi's got some shades on to hide that they're bloodshot.
True. You put the shades on and it just goes, it's all good, baby.
It's all good, baby.
And you all make your way back to the palace, to the Thandor City Guard barracks, and you are escorted by Pharrell into the war room. This is a room that y'all probably would have seen once or twice, but y'all haven't spent any time in here, really. You haven't been a part of any, I mean, as far as you know, there's not really been a whole lot of use for this room other than like, since you've been around Thandor, other than, you know, preparations and dealings with the what are they called? The hyena guys from the woods. The gnolls. Thank you.
I have a question. Did we not, would this not have been the room we were in whenever we came back and talked to King Otto and stuff the first time?
I think we just talked to him and like...
So I think y'all talked over dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I think you all talked over dinner, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds very accurate.
Yeah. But you have been in this room to some extent. I'm sure, Alandi, you've been in here to talk about the gnolls in the past. Bond, you have definitely been in here with Gareth at some point. Carveth, you probably have too. Irrelevant.
I probably
doesn't
snuck
matter.
in there.
It's like an office room. They have like a map laid out on the table that they've sort of recreated based off of one of your duplicate maps that they've seen. I don't know if they know about your fancy map or not. I don't know that it super matters, to be honest. But
yeah, it hasn't seemed like it has updated in.
Yes,
months.
It's still tracking y'all's path if you do pull it out, but nothing new has like shown up on it or anything like that.
There's no new paths, but it is still like updating landmarks and stuff.
Yes. So you're all sitting in here and you are waiting for King Otto to arrive. Present in the war room is J3B, Gareth, Jamiroquai, the Knights Captain Pharrell, Dundai, the founder of the Thandor Underworld, who Alandi has spent a lot of time with, Jonas, who was one of the leaders of the Faceless, actually, I believe Jonas was the brother who didn't want to join the Faceless, but has joined with his brother as kind of, you know, a leader amongst that faction of Alandi's gang. And then there's two more faces that you don't recognize.
Would Bloom be there?
Bloom is not here. No. Gotcha. The people that you recognize are here. You all kind of actually no. Give me history checks. We're playing D&D. We can roll dice.
I want to roll a dice.
We haven't. Did we roll any dice last time? I don't think we did.
Could I make a perception check on those faces?
Sure. What's up?
Because I have a. If I did a perception, it's because I'm trying to suss out if it's twist. As like not in costume.
Twist as a twist.
You know that Duradera is not here yet.
Sure.
Because y'all tried calling and it wasn't even close by as far as you could tell. It would be crazy if it was twist.
I know, would be pretty cool. That would be a bit of a plot.
Twist?
Twist?
A bit of
bit of ironic. It'd be ironic.
It's ironic.
So are you rolling? Are y'all rolling history?
Yeah, I want to do a history check, see if I can check out these fools.
Yeah.
Let me see my history.
You also could ask anyone.
Hey, who's that? Pharrell? I don't want to do that. I want to do
no. Give me the roll. A bit of
this
is D&D.
Exactly. Investigation.
Can I get
+8 to history?
Maybe could I do a little?
You have plus
that's
8
what I was
to
gonna do.
history?
I certainly do, my
God
friend.
damn.
And that's a
history roll.
Go ahead and do a history roll.
Okay.
I got mine locked and ready to give an answer.
Oh, no.
I got a 17. 9 + 8, 17.
17.
A 1 +
Blondie?
2 is 3.
I'm not gonna try. Those are people. I
Okay,
don't
that's
care
fine. No,
about.
that's fine. That's fine.
I get the feeling my brothers don't know a goddamn
It's funny.
thing.
Also, Alandi, I know you're drunk. You probably would care in this situation because we're preparing for a war.
Oh, that's
but-
fair.
But
see
you
if I
are
got a
drunk, so
spell.
I'm keeping you to that. Like
Hang on,
Alandi's like,
hang on.
I don't fucking
That's
care.
the fucking people that I
Tyler,
don't know.
Yeah.
Tyler, as
Go
DM, as DM, if I cast Cure Wounds on my drunk brother, would it stop him from being drunk?
No,
Don't you do this?
What about protection from
possibly-
good and evil?
potentially like remove curse. I
boy.
might could accept.
Brother, I got news for you. I don't got to remove curse in my dang
Yeah, I
spell
didn't
book.
What
think
about
so.
like a lesser restoration?
Why are you guys?
Maybe like a lesser restoration.
Why
Doesn't
you
that work for
guys
poisons?
even, like,
True,
trying to
true. Let's
cure
see if
me?
I got.
I'm
Ooh, I
fine.
got aid. Let's see what aid does.
I'm
Choose
ready
up to
for
3 creatures
war.
within range. Each creature's target hit points.
Eat creature.
You know what? How about
No,
this?
That doesn't help me.
All
Eat
these
creature.
healing spells without consent. I don't consent. I want
Anyway.
drunk.
No, there's no drinkable something that'll stop you from. I'm gonna fill the alchemy jug with water and make him drink some water.
No, make him drink some
need
like
any water.
something like Mountain Dew Baja Blast
Oh,
or
God.
something. That's a really
We're messing with the
Oh,
canon
wait.
here. I'm just gonna say cola, because cola could exist, right? People still got
Wolf
the herbs
cola.
and such. Wolf cola. There you go.
so
there it
you
is.
you
I'll drink
Wolf
some
cola. Dire wolf cola. There we go.
I'll drink some wolf cola.
oh, that's good. Dire Wolf Cola.
Dire Wolf
So we're
Cola.
not directly stealing anything.
I'm like, here, take this. You need the, I think, electrolytes or something. Sip it. It's
Alandi
sports.
does want to
It's Dire
wander-
Wolf Sports Cola for big guys who do sports.
It's a mix between Powerade and Mountain Dew.
It's a mix between Coca-Cola and Pedialyte.
Oh
It's terrible, but it'll
Oh,
give you the fuel
God.
you need to do this war
no!
stuff.
I'll give you the
God,
It has
shit. Is what it'll
electrolytes.
do. Jesus.
drink
Christ.
Dr. Dire Wolf's Sports Cola.
Get in
So,
your horse.
Bon, you are able to somewhat recognize these cats as two members of the greater the royal
Realm?
No, like the royal
Government
cabinet.
Council?
It's not a
Council
cabinet
or
when
something?
it's like yeah,
they
like
think they're
council
better than
members.
me?
Yeah.
The guild
You're not
of
you're-
old and rich.
Yeah, you're not certain what each of them does exactly, but you've seen them in various like castle-y ventures. One of the people is a gnome, and the other one is a dwarf.
Nice.
But that's all you got right now.
Good morning.
Do y'all want to wait, or do y'all want to
Do I have?
mingle?
Do I have? Yeah. Okay.
just
Alandi
waiting
has
for
not
the king,
seen
right?
Dundai in a while,
Mhm.
and Tyler, I don't know if you've thought about this.
Probably haven't.
I would like to know what the fuck Dunday's been up to, because she used to run the inn, and now she does not do that.
Well, no, she ran in like an underground like secret bar, and then that bar was like a remember it.
Well,
it
no,
was
I
like
thought that bar
used-
was what got turned into where Sadie is now running her shit.
Did we say that?
Did that bar become Flavor Town?
I thought,
Or was it
that's what
always
happened.
Flavor Town?
I that almost sounds familiar to me, but I
Otherwise,
can't tell.
I feel like it's a dick move that I brought a competitor. I thought I literally just brought a chef to like.
You know, I've not really thought about the two as being the same, but I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Maybe that does sound familiar though. That Dundai and Sadie were like working together.
That is what I thought happened in my head, and then we've seen
know,
a
it's
lot
canon.
of Sadie. So
It's
Alandi wants to catch up with Dundai. If you want to take a minute to figure out what the fuck she's been doing,
And her voice?
No, I have ideas. I don't really remember her voice. I feel like it was generic, like kind
I
of.
feel like give her
high
a
elfy,
country
or
twang
what was a drow,
similar.
but
Yeah.
she didn't have a country twang. I think she was just like kind of like elfy, like wispy, like
Yes.
Like
Back of the
elfie lady.
nose. Top of the throat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm good with that.
John, first of all,
oh boy,
you're one of my best friends. I just feel
hello,
like you should know
Alandi.
that. I'm not going to touch you because I don't think we're that close yet, but I'd like us to be close enough to hug because I've missed you. Anyway,
I think I have something for you. And she pulls out a little jar of a liquid. She's like, I brought this special brew for you, right from the party earlier. I saw you were having a good time drinking.
Party earlier?
Well, I just had to stop by to pick up some things. I wasn't able to participate.
I'm sorry. You hate me now.
No, don't. You can make it up to me by drinking this. Here.
Okay. Is it alcoholic?
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
Sweet.
and you drink a potion that sobers you right up.
Oh shit!
I have a gift for you for helping my brother.
I do apologize. I do apologize if there's some weird consent things, like I reverse poisoned you. But anyway, how are you doing?
Oh no, I'm doing like really good. I feel great actually.
Oh
Thank you. It's my mother's recipe.
There's a terrible.
We call it hair of the mom that bit you.
Oh shit!
All right, but anyway, what you been up
My
to?
mom was a terrible woman.
It's like positive roofie.
Oh, kissed you.
It's like you were positively roofied. I don't know how to feel.
She was a terrible woman. She bit.
Yeah,
she's a biter.
That's fair.
Hey, I like the taste of that
If you knew
bite.
my mother.
If I'm honest, it tastes like way better than this Dr. Whatever's that I was given.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
as a gift
Is that
for sobering.
Shasta?
No, that's Dr.
Josta?
Direwolf's sports cola he's
No,
drinking.
he said something about it had electrolytes. I don't know.
Electrolytes. They're what plants crave.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
You just
I
hear
don't
Bond
know.
from across the way. It's true.
That's in the holy smokes.
Oh shit!
Plants crave electrolytes. That's why we get
Anyway,
treants.
how are you doing, Alandi? What's been going on with you guys? I've heard a little bit of.
That's literally what I was coming over here to ask you about. Because, I wanted to catch up with my friend. So, let me think. When's the last time we touched base with each other? It's been a few months. I think it was
last time I saw you was before you headed out into the desert. I believe that landed you in space somehow. Landed? No, that was an accident.
Landed's actually the correct word because we got kidnapped by a spacecraft, and then that got put on a bigger spacecraft, and then that went to space and was orbiting the moon or something. Anyway,
listen, you're kind of breaking my brain right now.
I overthrew the government. My brothers helped. I think they were a bad government. If I'm honest,
was your gang a part of this?
I don't fully remember.
Or?
I was very high most of the time on caffeine pills. That's a side thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyway,
should I be concerned?
Saved us. I've been to the Underdark, like the real deep down one.
Oh, you've been to the underworld?
Yes.
Did you see any of our people? Did you get any answers to any of your questions you've had?
No, but I learned it's awful down there. It's just not.
Oh, it's a real nasty place.
It's just so bad.
But the thing is, there's lots of beauty down there too. It's just there's also lots of horrifying
Brad Pitt
monsters.
Was a cool dude. Oh, wait, I met a beholder.
You know Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
5 monkeys or 13 monkeys and the Benjamin Buttons? Just kidding. She hasn't seen movies.
She could though.
I said that, but then I was like, I don't want. She doesn't actually know Brad Pitt. It was a joke.
My thought was
Tyler,
like
the DM was
maybe these weren't movies. Maybe these were other
it's like
beings
other
that are like on par with
This gets
Brad.
really complicated when we make it clear that movies do exist.
I think that's going to be that's our only
the
plot
deal.
hole in all of the story. Nothing else at all.
Someone on Reddit is having a field day. They said that this movie existed.
That means that Wanderful is a post 9/11 world.
You know what? I would love.
Early into us making this show, I was planning on making a whole ass 9/11 plot line as a joke, but then Callie was like, "It's probably not a great idea."
Probably wouldn't have been our best. Dodged a bit of a well.
I would love for our show to get to the point where someone is shredding our stories apart on Reddit.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how I know we've made it, when there's a nerd who's so angry about our show.
When there's a 4-hour YouTube video by someone with 16 subscribers, then
we've made it.
How Matthew got kicked off the podcast.
But let me think. Yeah, I went to the Underdark. I met some young boys that were pretty chill. That sounds bad out of context, actually, now that I've said that. If you could just... think more like a Boy Scout thing.
You don't want that on wax, right? Tyler, go ahead, Tyler.
Listen, I understood what he meant. I at least I figured what he meant. I'm glad to hear that's what you meant.
We came back. Oh, we killed Silver. Did you even know about Silver? I think you might have fully missed that entire.
I had heard tell around the shop around Flavortown. That your gang has been kind of holding up, and so I've heard talk of this, and I'm glad you were successful, and all three of you made it
cool
back
that, right?
relatively unscathed, pointing at Bon. Wound still in his side. We're cool.
Okay, but I just wish. What have you been up to? Because we've been doing crazy quest stuff, and I want to keep up with my friends better. I'm trying to turn a new leaf. Yeah, I'm working on empathy, I think it's called. But anyway,
oh Jesus,
empathy. Yes, I think I've heard of this. No, I've just been running the shop, making sure everything. Sadie has been a joy to work with, as you all know. She is a delight.
Love Sadie.
Sadie and I have become good friends. I'm just kind of been taking her sleazy, as they say. Running the shop.
It's good in canon slang. That's some good in canon slang.
Keeping the upkeep of the underworld, Thandor's underworld, as you will. And also, I've been preparing recently. I've heard tale of another city that's going to be joining us soon. I hear that's y'all's doing. So I figure I'm going to have to be prepping for an influx of people. So really, I just been preparing the underworld and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, listen, can I just say, from a city design, this place is going to be so cool. It's going to have an underground, a ground, and a sky ground. It's going to, tourists just constantly.
Listen, I knew that this place was going to blow up. Well, not blow up, explode with popularity.
Well, actually,
when
it might
I signed
blow up. That's kind of what the
I
meeting's
didn't,
about, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Real downer. But, I figure... I didn't expect it to get this crazy, this big. I'm excited. Things are looking up, other than the whole war meeting thing.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Probably.
All right. And it's right about. Well, were the two of you just kind of listening in on this conversation?
Yeah, I wanted to offer her. Was just kind of. I saved a Tupperware of little finger foods from the reception. There's some deviled eggs and little cucumber sandwiches.
A little pocket
here for sobering up my brother. This was my last minute.
There's absolutely pigs and blankets.
Oh, 100%.
I fucking love pigs and blankets.
I was just gonna say, I picture Otto being a real mustard head. He's got the
Otto
fanciest mustards from around the land.
He's got the grainy rock.
He's got the stone ground.
Mustard.
Yeah, he's got that fancy
shit.
He's got some. He somehow has Grey Poupon, from our world.
He has gray. Yeah, he is gray and he poops on. Anyway,
he's got a mustard.
So I will say, Tyler, from there, I was just gonna keep chatting with her, but nothing about important, just kind of killing time.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah. After I gave out my little Tupperware of some deviled eggs and little pigs and blankets with it to her, I was gonna go chat with Pharrell real quick because I know I did the history roll, but I didn't want to quite go over without having some info. I was like, hey, hey Pharrell, who's
oh hey Bon,
who's the dwarf and the gnome gentleman?
So we've got actually. Well, so it is you could tell it's a gnome woman. The dwarf is less gendered expressively. That's not how you would say that, but
I get what you mean. Yeah, it's hard.
No, I was trying to be silly, and then I was like, being silly about these things is always a little weird. So Pharrell is like, oh yes, here, this the gnome. He points at the gnome woman. He doesn't say the gnome. He points at the gnome woman, and he says, this is Cortana. She is the chief strategist for the Thandor City Guard.
That's a dope name. I saw you too, Jeremy. That's a really good pull for a name. I love
to be clear, that's Alandi is whispering that. He just goes.
Yeah, no, that's a cool
Yeah,
name.
he overheard Cortana and was like, God damn. And then
That's got some punch to it.
this here is Boldo, and they're the royal stenographer. That's Bouldo. So it's like Boulder, but Boldo.
Boldo and Cortana. Tyler, hit it out of the park and won with those names. Glad you had them on deck. Do you do what I do and have like a list of like tiered out names? Like these are for nobodies and these are for
nobodies.
Guys.
I mean, I do that, but I was prepared with those names for the episode.
I'm gonna kind of not huddle with my boys, but I'm gonna kind of give I dap Pharrell up real quick. Thank you for the info. And I'm just like, hey, we got to be on our P's and Q's. They're gonna be writing down exactly what we say, and that's mostly talking to myself. So if you catch me slipping, if you catch me about to say some wild shit, please pinch my thigh. Jab me in my wound. Please don't. Please. Hey, I know I haven't talked to you boys about a lot of this. I'm still in an immense amount of pain, and I'm gonna be real. My healing magic's not quite doing it. For this one, it's not quite stitching her up. So I kind of opened my robes a bit and showed the bandages. Got to change those after this meeting, but for now I'm okay. Yeah, maybe we have a code word like beans. If you say beans, I'll shut the zipper up.
What about grits? Could grits be our code
but I don't
word?
want to worry Sadie into thinking we're really, really jazzed about getting more grits.
Okay,
what's
something we would not be jazzed about?
Ooh, corn. Because corn is like
corn's like
grip it.
Corn's like whole grits, right? Isn't grits like dry corn?
I think so.
Is that
if
true?
you let corn get really old and dusty, you grind it up with probably like my mortar and pestle. I could probably make us grits. It won't be good.
Shit. We'll leave the grits to Sadie.
Let's talk to Sadie about that later.
Listen, we're 30 minutes in and we still haven't started this here meeting.
No, he's this was the banter between the brothers. Mind your P's and Q's, and also please avoid jabbing me if you are going to jab me and you forget the code word in the chest, stomach region.
So you, as y'all are having this conversation, the door opens and King Otto enters with a high elf woman. Carveth, you definitely recognize this person. The other two of you might. Carveth, just with having spent more time in some of the monasteries of Thandor.
Yeah. Would I not also? Because didn't we establish our schools were like connected?
But I don't know that you did in Thandor.
Oh, heard. Okay.
Y'all schools were in Mordell. But whenever y'all came to Thandor the first time, Carveth specifically went off looking at the monasteries and trying to learn more and all that. But walking in with King Otto is a high elf woman. Carveth, you'd recognize them as Sister Pao. Pao. And she is a representative of the Church of the Gone Gods, an old religion still followed by many of the commoners throughout the land.
I love that so much. Let me get my
It's an old religion. And King Otto is dressed in flowy white and gray robes. He's clearly recently wiped off a large amount of white and black face paint. He as he enters, he says, the lot of you will have to excuse me. I was accompanying Sister Pao in Dahlia's funeral ceremonies for the Gone Church mourners. Dahlia was loved and her abilities used by many people in Thandor, so I wanted to be sure to pay proper respects to all of the various worshippers and followers here in town.
No, I'm very interested in learning more about that church, but
yes,
that's Kyle talking. That's
I'm assuming. Yes. I'm assuming. I think Carvet's just waiting to hear more.
That's literally it. Yeah, I figure we're doing the whole stand up from our seats and do the respectful there's the guy.
Yes, the king.
Message from the king.
All of you have a seat and we can begin. you all do. You have a seat. Baldo grabs their book and begins to inscribe everything that's happening and everything that's being said.
So I just realized too, Tyler, this is Kyle saying that. Are we leading like with our information about...
yes, King Otto sits and says, well, J3B, why don't you go ahead and start this whole conversation off, as you are the ones with all of the knowledge.
So, hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Pharrell.
That was
Hello,
everyone.
Pharrell. It was just Pharrell who was like, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so there's a few of you might be aware of the Tide, a group of terrible mages, perhaps. I'm not quite sure if they're wizards or necromancers, warlocks, whatever. But they have some terrible, terrible magic power. They did a thing with the congruence, I believe is it's a
Congruence,
real
the
fucked up great. No, I'm playing it up as like Bond trying to fully recall this shit from his mind. And it's
sorry. Keep go take it again.
The congruence, this like crazy orb of like terrible sick magic blue stuff that does something. I know that seems very vague, but we haven't actually seen it in action except for through like visions. I think they tried to use it, and now their whole steez got fucked up, and they're like, well, we know kind of how to use it. Let's raise an army of the dead, I believe. And he's looking at Alandi as he's like, the dead? Were they dead? Are they dead?
The vision was kind of like from far away, so they might have been
dead. There could be. There is a number of dead and potentially alive folk in their army headed this way, maybe now or soon. That's the full honest truth of it all.
I'm bad with seasons. There's an army that is coming or will come.
Yes, I couldn't tell. We didn't really get a weather read. Not sure if it's going to be winter or fall-y or if it's really hot like summer.
I'm sorry.
Do we remember where they're coming from?
Yeah, they're coming from the north. The exact. Yeah, I knew.
Coming from the mountains.
I knew. I was gonna.
Oh no! But before, I don't remember if I. Yeah. Now we got a bunch of
and this is my brother Alandi. He's got the real war tip. Come on up, Alandi. Alandi, come on. Come on.
Is this like a talking stick situation?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down now.
I thought you were just standing up in like
that's what
your place at the table.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean like him stand up now and take the lead while Bond sits down. He's not. Bond is probably explaining that exact action to him. Like, and now you're the one who's gonna stand up now.
So first of all,
he's not drunk anymore.
Thank you,
Bond. I know. No, I know. I'm just trying to keep. It's like wrangling cats. We haven't done anything professional like this except for that one time I yelled at a president who's not alive anymore.
God, good times.
Bad, scary times, actually, turns out.
Maybe don't put that in the records. Or
don't put the fact that we assassinated a president in space.
No, don't write this either.
That is off the record that we assassinated a president in space. We're not here to do that.
And you see Boldo pretend to scratch out a bunch of stuff.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Boldo. Thank you. And now, Alandi, everyone. And he kind of claps by himself as he says that.
Carveth definitely claps.
All right, so I'm going to be crazy honest. And first of all, I want to apologize to you, Bond. I wasn't actually trying to take your spotlight. I just realized...
no. This is perfect because you actually... So listen, hear me out, right? Yeah. Fully, you're not taking my spotlight. You have... quite literally had a bird's eye view of this heading army. I had like the beginning half, so that's why I thought I'd lead with that. You say that, and then our brother might say whatever his secret is. He might talk about his secrets and things.
Carveth
he knows.
looks at the camera. I doubt it.
God damn it.
That's Beez's job. Dude,
Carveth has some mild fourth wall breaking abilities. Oh no.
That's so funny.
It's because Carveth's the youngest.
I just want to I've been thinking about things, putting some pieces together. So there's an army coming from the north at some point. That's a problem. Another problem is they've got two pieces of the congruent, or two congrui?
That's what it was. I called them congruens. I thought it was congruens.
Congruens?
The congruency is upon us, I think, is what he's trying to say. They've got two pieces. They need a third.
Yeah. And the other thing is, we do need to take one of them, and sprinkle them all over the desert, because the desert is gonna keep growing forever until everything's dead. But if we sprinkle the congruities all over it, it'll be fine, apparently.
Yeah. And Bond's just really gassing him up, like, totally, yes.
Yeah. Let me see. What other
and you see Cortana raise a hand and says, so how is it that you suggest we acquire said what was it?
Congruence. I like congruence.
But also, great pieces question. Love that question. Cortana wasn't? Cortana, fantastic name. Love that name.
Thank you. I chose it.
That's so boss, dude. This lady.
That's cool in itself.
Our plan now, as J3B with plus a few potentially, is to take a bit of an excursion. And now I'm going to stand up because he was still talking. And we're going to take a trip to the north to see if we can't find any information about their plan, and also potentially find where they're headed. They kind of seemed, in my vision, to be leaving, not quite in a hurry, but definitely not wanting to get caught up in whatever calamity was happening within their base of operations in the north. But like I said, the timeline's real wonky. We could show up right as this is about to happen. Maybe we're the reason it happened. Who know? You know, it's a strange set of circumstances.
Yes. So, explain to me again, and Cortana is continuing. Explain to me again the whatever their voice was. This wasn't what I did 2 seconds ago.
It was like kind of like this, but like more refined.
Explain to me again what it was that you said their old base looked like it had been in ruin. Like what kind of thing are we talking about, you think?
Bond, if I remember correctly, you said it was like a weird crystal. Like
it was so the thing I think God really spoke to me on this one. It's not the same crystal as the Congrui. I can't stress that enough. It's just crystal that happened to be growing there. Maybe it's related to the Congrui. Maybe it's related to experiments with its power. We have yet to.
Well, so you knew from the vision it looked to be the same color as the congruence.
That's it. Yeah, but like when I was kind of leaning into, the congruence did it. You were kind of like, well. I wouldn't say. And I know you can't outright say it, but like it confused me. So I'm like, I'm genuinely confused. I don't want to put all my eggs in that basket, but I'm thinking whatever happened at that base has to do with their use or maybe even their obtaining of more congrui. What if I'm having a moment now.
Actually, Vaughn, I'm sorry. I just realized we're kind of telling everybody what's going on and also spitballing a little bit, it feels like.
Yeah, it's so hard. Sorry about that.
We should go try to find the base, because that'll tell us where time-wise our visions are. Because if their base is fine, that means the army isn't coming yet.
My brother is speaking truth, and something that I was telling them sort of privately, that we should really get the let out and do that. But I'm glad it's your plan now. I'm glad you have that plan now. I'm glad you've come up with the plan that we should really be stepping it out and going to the base. I'm good. Thank you, by the way, for that plan.
Okay,
I wouldn't have been able
to. I think Pharrell speaks up. He's like, all right, so J3B's plan is to head to this old base and try to ascertain information as to when these things sort of happened.
Yes.
Do you have any sort of ideas as to how many people you want to take with you, what we should be doing here?
So my thought here, and this is also kind of ties back to my brother Alandi. Also, Carveth's here. I don't want to. Hey, Carveth.
Yes.
I figured the Faceless are kind of in league with my brother. You guys have the King Guard, maybe? I don't know what your group is called.
And Jonas actually raises a hand and says, I do not remember Jonas's voice. Holy shit, that was so long ago we last heard him speak. Actually, we no longer go by the Faceless, as we were absolved into Alandi's gang.
Ooh, putting my brother on the spot. I love it. Brother, what's the name of the group, brother? Go on.
Oh, yeah, I guess everyone here. So, I thought...
The newly reformed Faceless are now...
And Quest, I want you to stand up with me.
Nope.
Quest ain't here.
Quest is dead.
It's Jamiroquai. Come on up, Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai stands up.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. In honor of Quest, and in honor of Sadie, who's not here,
Fucking
she
do
lost
it,
an inn,
Jeremy.
and I just really wanted to incorporate the losses that we've suffered into the name.
Oh my god!
So I decided the gang should be called Tavern Quest, in honor of our fallen.
Okay.
I love that so much.
My brain was immediately I thought you were doing a Lost Boys joke.
Oh,
I thought you were just gonna call the gang A Tribe Called Quest.
Oh,
that's
great! Oh my god.
I'm excited to see who realizes that I just made a video game joke, because that's just the title of an old video game.
Is it? What did you say? What quest?
Tavern Quest.
Or Tavern Quest, yes.
No, I like it.
No, I thought it was a good name too. I just thought it was a dumb pun as well.
Yes. And Jamiroquai and Jonas give each other a nod. They obviously knew this information already. It's just,
The announcement.
So, what is it that you continue? What is it you have in mind for Tavern Quest?
Well, so Bon, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think we really want to shore up forces here as best we can.
Yes.
So I'd really like Tavern Quest, if y'all are okay with it, to work with the local militia, because there's a good chance this town that we all love is going to take a real beating.
Yes, we aren't sure why they would be heading here beyond the obvious J3B was here, but if we can head to their base faster than they can show up here, we could maybe circumvent them hitting the city entirely, and they could just change course and come after us. But that gives you more time to prepare for when we do return, and they do. You see, it's hard to plan around this because we don't really know the time frame we're on.
Yes.
Carveth does have one idea. Is there a way like that? Like, I don't know if this is something that you guys have, but like, could there be a way that we like say we get up by the like the base and we see like, oh shit, they're not here, and we didn't even see them on the way up here, and we're like, holy fuck, where the fuck are these guys? You could leave the fucks in the writings. I don't care. So is there a way that we can get back here like in an instant? Like, is there like someone that can come with us and teleport us like back, or like an artifact, like an artifact or something?
That would be really cool.
Because like my one concern is like I want to be here to help defend, and I don't want, like, obviously we want to go up there and like figure out like what the fuck is going on, but like if like we get maybe like halfway up there and we like don't even see like the army, but like there's no point in us going all the way if like you guys are getting attacked here. So if we could like coordinate the way for like y'all to contact us like in an instant where we can come back.
Well, we have Wanderphones.
Yes.
Yes. That was also a thought of mine as well.
Yes, but like you guys give us like an idea of like, holy shit, we're under attack.
You know what? Like, you're right. If we get attacked, I'll call you.
Yes, and then is there something like an artifact?
I hadn't thought about that actually. Yeah, calling and letting you know.
Yes, listen, I understand. Look, let me finish my sentence, please. But like, so like, is there an artifact that y'all can give us that we can instantly tell? Like, I know that might be something rare, but like, I want to be here to help protect. Like, I love this place.
I did have a thought.
I've heard of a rare and dangerous artifact called the MacGuffin.
No.
Potentially.
There's already one MacGuffin in this show.
My thought was if we could have some of maybe, I don't know if...
Or even if someone comes with us, like...
Yeah, perhaps an apprentice of some sort of Dahlia's. Maybe she has something in her quarters. I hate to, raid a dead woman's things, but I'm sure she'd definitely want to help us in any way possible, but I understand that might not be possible.
King Otto kind of speaks up and he says, to my knowledge, we do not possess any sort of artifacts or magic that can really teleport more than like 400 feet.
Okay.
What's dimension door? Like 400 feet.
That's fair. I just thought I'd mention it.
No, that's fair. That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And I won't say that the magic doesn't exist. But I don't know that we have this thing.
Here's what I'll give you.
If your floating city arrives and their spaceships and all that stuff you keep talking about,
good
if they arrive,
idea.
we'll send them your way.
Tell them to come
that
pick
is
us
a great
up.
idea.
That's
Also,
brilliant.
obviously, as soon as they get here, we should probably figure out how they can. I don't want to say help out, but like any integration, rapid integration we can have between that city and Thandor would be fabulous.
I also had a thought in that regard as well. Speaking of the Wanderphones, if you guys need some extra hands in terms of healing those who are wounded, I could potentially put out a word to our home village, to the cleric school. See if they can't send some clerics your way. Maybe Broomhilda herself could come out, potentially help with the healing process.
Broomhilda, isn't it?
Broomhilda, that's right. Yep, Broomhilda.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We'll take all. I think Sister Pow speaks up and she says, "That's a lovely idea, Bon. We will take any help that we can get, and I will reach out to my network of clerics as well."
Yes, very good.
This is a great idea.
As well, if Carveth, if you could get in contact with Bloom and see if there's any other monks at the school that
actually, why isn't Bloom's not here? Where is he?
We'll do the Wanderful thing with them after the fact. For now, I think this is a good start. I hate to cut things short where they are, but I think truly because of our lack of knowledge, time is of the essence.
Yes,
I think we've got to get on the road. I think J3B
I
plus
agree.
Jamiroquai.
Yes, that was my following question.
We're taking Jamiroquai. We're taking Gareth.
So Jamiroquai raises a hand.
Oh no, I need Jamiroquai to stay.
No, I'm sorry. I need. Alandi and I had already discussed me staying and watching over Tavern Quest.
War prep for Tavern
being
Quest.
Essentially, I am essentially de facto ruler whenever Alandi is
picking up
not ruler. That felt wrong.
No, you're good. I understand fully.
Captain,
got it.
Yes.
Garrett, so, I didn't even take this into account. I know it's been a while.
No, Garrett,
we just came back
Garrett?
I said Gareth. I said
he actually did say Gareth.
I did say Gareth.
It must have cut out on my end because you said Garrett in my ears.
No, Gareth.
But I believe it was the Discord.
Garrett, I didn't even. Listen, Gareth, I know we just came back from our quest or whatever. If
you're not
going
anywhere without me. You're not.
And I just hug him. Oh, big hug.
Yeah.
God, this so cool.
And the whole room. Aww.
Shut up.
I do think that we should keep our group as small as possible. So I think just adding Gareth would be probably the most beneficial. Mainly because we need speed. So the more people we have, the slower we could potentially move.
Who's not Jamiroquai, who's a roguish gentleman of this here, the Tavern Quest, who wants to step up and come earn some J3B points? Need a ranger looking for somebody with a bow. Someone with a bow.
Jamiroquai kind of turns to Alandi and says, "I mean, Jonas could potentially
so sad.
Jonas could potentially step up if you want it, or do you want him as part of the leadership here as well, Alandi?"
I think we need to have as many people here prepping and getting ready for.
Well, we're
the
sending
whole army.
more. We are also sending more men here. You have to think of that.
But you don't know when they're going to arrive.
Exactly.
You
but we also
have
don't
no
know
clue when they will.
But we also don't know just the three of us. What the fuck we're walking into? I understand, but we need as small a group as possible.
Hear me out. I actually have a person in mind that I don't think anyone here has met. I'll go ahead and.
Are you talking about Sadie?
If you guys
No, he's not talking about Sadie. He said we didn't meet this person.
There's someone that I know and I have a good, and it's possible they're very cool and magic-y. They might be able to do some kind of teleport stuff.
Are you talking about bees?
No, I'm not talking. Everyone knows bees.
Does everyone know?
I thought
bees
you were
in
talking about
space.
bees too.
I don't think everyone knew bees.
Of course I would bring bees if I could bring bees.
All right, man.
No, it's somebody else.
Okay. Who's this Portals man you know?
Well, I don't know if she can do portals. She's just magic. She like taught me how to control my magic. I figured she would be good in magic. It just felt like a good pull. Oh yeah. Oh. I could have sworn I told you guys. Whenever we first came here, I met
pulling out my binder. Do you remember their name?
Of course I do. I have it in my notes.
I do too. I just am looking for them.
Andrea, Chaos Trainer, is what I have. Anyway.
Andrea?
Yeah, Andrea.
Yes.
But yeah, I was thinking I would go just talk to her. Maybe she doesn't want to come, but I thought it was worth a pull.
No, please.
We don't have a lot of magic, like aggressive magic.
Yes. I'm really trying to stress also.
It feels like a good
use
pull.
the extra. We could use the extra hand. We could for sure use the extra hand.
I think Andrea's a really good pull that I wouldn't have thought about. She's a sorceress, a wild magic sorceress that the rest of you haven't met. She helped Alandi gain a little bit of control of his chaos magic. That could be a fun pull. I haven't created a character sheet for them yet, too, so that's fun.
And we could also reach out to the fuckboys.
True.
Have their crew come up from the underworld.
Well, hold on.
That'd be a fun surprise.
I feel morally
totally
bad about bringing children.
No, I'm not saying just them, right? There's other people down there. There's fucking the crab and his
Brad
cult.
Pitt and his
No crab.
Fuck!
Wait, what?
No,
nothing. There's no crab. There's no crab.
There's no crab. There's not a single crab. And technically, and
okay, Kyle, listen to me. I need you to make a deception check.
I was gonna say no, but Tyler, hear me out. First of all, and if you don't give me this, I have inspiration, so I don't give a fuck. Okay. But advantage, he's calling it a crab. It's not a crab, so he's technically not breaking the tenet in the law that they said. So he could fully BS a crab cult, and it's not real. Yeah. He's a lobster.
Listen.
We got video recording of Jeremy yelling at me for misnaming.
Listen. Give me a deception check. It's not a high DC because there's some plausible deniability. And they have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I get it at advantage anyway because of my panties.
Nonsense this whole time.
It's not persuasion.
Oh fuck, you're right.
It's
whatever.
Deception.
This is a 19 on the first roll. Am I rolling at a disadvantage or just flat roll?
You're not at a disadvantage.
Good.
This was just in case you like rolled a 1 and you were like, oh, you really.
And he's like, crab. I mean, yeah, you know the restaurant Crab Cult. It's like a shore town.
Oh, I heard of Crab Cult.
Yep.
Anyway, I
don't know near the Glass
Canyon.
Canyon.
To look around for any crab.
And if you finish their depths of the sea bucket, you get to bring the bucket home. That's what I was talking about.
I need you to roll a perception check.
Oh fuck! There's just a sniper on a roof adjacent to this building, ready to take me out with a crab gun. Oh boy, that's a 12.
A 12. Okay, Bond, you notice a pair of sharp pincers move away from your Achilles tendon.
I knew it. Just Bond goes ghost white for a moment as he watches that.
No one else notices. Just
oh god,
the little blue crab just sneak back into the shadows.
Okay, so I think this is a great place to leave off. J3B plus Gareth and Andrea, you said was her name?
Yeah, lovely woman.
The 5 of you will make your way to the Tide's
before we go,
old base.
time out. Rick, before we go, Otto, could you hook us up with a cart and some sort of cool animals that can travel via snow, perchance?
Yeah, I think we can arrange something like that. If you
think that would be the most.
Ooh, and then before we leave,
that would
boys,
be the most efficient for this. I think that we can arrange that.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get the ship in enough time to go, but something that we can travel with our whole crew that can go through the snow.
Traveled by cart?
No, we haven't.
Well. You technically traveled by cart in the tower of like a whole lot of rooms.
Oh Lord! Okay.
That questionable, not really canon episode started with you all arriving in a cart.
If you count that, I want fucking Sunshine in the goddamn.
Yes, Sunshine's canon.
Listen,
Sunshine's canon. If that's canon,
thought out like Sunshine's backstory before.
Thank
I don't
God.
know how to make it come up or if it could.
I know, dude.
But I have thought through
Save it for next session. Sunshine's storyline is it doesn't have anything to do with J3B, still in the universe, but we're the other crew of his samurais. I want to do that so bad. We need
another written episode. Another.
And his enemy obviously is Rain. His enemy, his rival, his brother or whatever is Rain. Duh.
Oh,
Duh.
gosh.
So the lot of you will take some horses in a cart.
Boring
north.
horses. I wanted fun animals.
Maybe not horses. I just said that.
Fun animals,
I'll come up with something.
Mix a horse with like a turtle or something.
J3B, I will provide the three of you plus the other two J5P, as we affectionately refer to that.
Yes.
With some animals in carts to lead, or probably a cart. Is only five of you.
And don't you even worry your pretty little head about it.
Supplies.
Yes, the supplies will work, but don't you worry about our gear, Otto, because you know J3B got to do a makeover, winter makeover.
J3B, absolutely. I didn't even think about that.
Winter makeover, baby.
Next episode, we're gonna do some shopping and then begin the journey.
Yes. My favorite.
That's great. I didn't even think about that. Pharrell, you as well as Jamiroquai will work together to shore up our defenses with the official Knights Guard, as well as Tavern Quest. TM. TM.
Trademark Tavern Quest.
All of you, we shall
J3B.
work together to prepare for the invasion. Dundai, you as with the help of Sadie and perhaps some of the other not busy hands can work on preparing Thandor for the arrival of Duradera. And we will take in some of Duradera's leaders, whatever that might look like, to help prepare as well if they have not arrived yet. Hopefully we see the lot of you before we see the army coming for us.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Whenever Duradera does arrive, if they arrive while we're gone, ask for Twist and ask for Finn. Those are the two people you're going to want to talk to for gearing up.
Finn.
Finn, yes. Finn's going to be
Finn.
Finn's going to be our pilot / like potential
liaison. Getting
ships out there for liaison to and from. Yes. And then Twist is another extra set of guys to help with the military force. He once rival, now hopefully turned some sort of leader. I do believe Twist and the Twisters will be a great help.
I think we are in as good a place as we're going to get in preparing for this.
Definitely going to call the clerics. Definitely going to call the monks.
Twist is not a terrorist.
No, he's not. Twist.
Roll a deception check.
Yeah,
and I put my
rebelling against a corrupt system.
Yeah, I'm absolutely putting my hand over Alandi's mouth. Do not listen. What happened in space? That
doesn't count.
God, you shut your mouth, Alandi. You don't know Twist like I know Twist.
By that logic.
I was just gonna say, if anything, we are like Twist is just a revolutionary.
Alandi destroyed the entire robot guard.
Oh wait, yeah.
Like y'all are terrorists.
No, yes, I am a terrorist. I thought everyone was clear on that.
Don't have that on record. Don't have yourself on record saying those things. Yep, there it is. Good night, everyone.
Okay, yeah, we will. I think that's a good place to wrap up. And next episode, we'll do shopping and then begin the adventure.
Nice.
Shopping.